All right, hello YTPC, Scott the Night Train Piper here, broadcasting from the mountains of Southern California. For the first time in a while, we were evacuated because of the fire on September 7th. Then I spent a little over a week up at my dad's house in the San Francisco Bay Area. Did one video from up there. And then we came back. We were allowed back in the house for one day before it was time to take a flight to North Dakota on a trip we'd planned months ago. And we just got back from that trip on Thursday. This past Thursday. So it's nice to be back. And tonight I am smoking Haunted Bookshop in preparation for the big October Spook Fest and everything. Love this blend. This is a real comfort blend for me. And I'm smoking it in my Camelot pipe from the Tinderbox. So this video is more about my vacation. I just wanted to share some sights and sounds a little bit. So we went to North Dakota because my wife had visited all the rest of the lower 48 states, and this was her last one, so we kind of made a trip there, mainly for that. But we figured while we were there, let's make a real vacation out of it. So we had a plan. We went around the whole state, basically. We drove the length of the state from Fargo all the way into actually Montana. We drove into Montana. And then we drove up to Manitoba, into Canada, went a little ways into Manitoba, stayed up there at a really nice Airbnb in a small town called Ninga. And then we came on back down to Fargo and flew out. But before we flew out, we took a drive down to South Dakota because I wanted to do something down there. So quite a trip. And we also spent time in Minnesota, of course. Fargo's right there. Moorhead is the sister town to Fargo, and it's in Minnesota. So we did a lot. So I'm going to play a video for you and just kind of show you all the kind of a collage of places we went. Among these, the pictures you're about to see, most of them are still pictures. You're going to see some large public art, and that's all in North Dakota. A lot of that. There's a big bison, really big sandhill crane, and there's a bunch of large metallic structures too that were made. Then you're going to see some Badlands pictures and some bison. Those are all from Teddy Roosevelt National Park. And then you're going to see some images up in for the International Peace Garden, up in straddles the Canadian and United States border. And that's about it, I think. Oh, we also saw some wildlife. There'll be pictures of bison and prairie dog and a 13-line ground squirrel I found, which is really cute. And then a moose, actually. We saw a moose walking down near the Canadian border. We saw a moose walking down through a farmer's field. So there's a picture and some video of that. So without further ado, enjoy. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that little vignette and a look into our vacation. One last thing, it ends with a Viking ship, and that was actually in Minnesota, a place I cannot pronounce, but it's was a ship actually that was sailed, my understanding is, from America to Norway. It was built in the old style of Vikings and sailed there. But there was also a Norwegian Heritage Museum and a replica of a church from Norway there. That's you'll see some architecture in there, and that's from that church. And then you can see the outside of the church too. That was the last few shots in the video. Well, I have to say, I tried to meet up with a fellow YTPCer, and unfortunately, we were not able to make it happen on this trip. Just didn't work out. Sorry, Brian. I really wanted to meet you. It's my fault, and I hope we can do it again sometime. I really do. And so that's about it for me. I'm going to give you a couple more anecdotes. I wasn't able to find hardly any cigar or tobacco stores up in the area, just vape shops, just vapes, all like crazy. That's about it. I did find one tobacco pouch in all my travels, and that I didn't have, and I bought it. I'll do a review of that at some point here. Yeah, it looks interesting. I only smoked my pipe one time, and that was up in Canada. The rest of the time we were just too busy, too much going on, and I was too doggone tired at the end of the day to even want to get out and do any smoking. So that's about it. Oh, two last items. The best cup of coffee I had in the whole trip was up in Canada at Tim Hortons. Love that place. This is my first time ever to a Tim Hortons. And the second thing, the best restaurant I think we found was a place called Sicky's, and it was in Fargo. So it was started by some guys in their garage, all bike riders, and it's all bikes and hot rod theme in there. But they have an incredible assortment of hamburgers, maybe 50 different hamburgers in there, as well as other stuff, and it's super good. So there you go. There's my report of my trip, and I hope you enjoyed that. And take care. I'll be doing another video soon now that I'm back and getting back into the swing of things. All right, bye-bye.